message gets out there. I have several videos. Actually, I have a playlist of Barry, and there are 3 videos in it right now that demonstrate him interacting with minors. The fact that he posted a video where he discussed like being at the park and what was he gonna do, and then the fact he's back, because at one point he was taken off the app and now he's come back. However, he we're going to talk about it all. So if you are unaware of Barry, he's not new. He's been around a while, to the point to where I have spoken with individuals who say he's very into foreign women. And when I say foreign, I mean like the UK and things like that. To the point to where there are schools in London that have had to do warning kind of seminar type things with the students, because he does seem to have a tendency to go towards Brits and Australians. He's very into individuals that do not sound of age. And as of right now, you can't just get police involved, because police have seen his lives before. He's not theoretically breaking the law that we know of. Talking on a live to individuals is not against the law. There's no proof that he's done anything, to my knowledge. There is video out there where he is absolutely admitting that he is into girls as young as 12 years old. He's also been asked on an occasion, are you more interested in girls over or under 18? And he says under 18. With that said, we all know how the law works. If you don't have a victim, it's a little bit hard to get them involved. Yeah. Now, I will tell you, when we first started covering him and we were disturbed, there were individuals from my life who went over there and made comments about how these girls did sound as if they were under 18. They were minors, and every comment got muted, blocked. People were made to know they weren't welcome there. And one person did ask the girls, how old are you? And they said they were 18. I went in there and I got up in a box and I said, ladies, what's your date of birth? And they gave like 2002 or something like that, which would mean that they're not 18. They're actually, in fact, older. And then when asked their age again, they said 26, which still does not align with the year of birth that we were given. One of them actually said she was in her 30s, if I remember that correctly, too. And yeah, one said 32, the other said 26. And the one that said 26 gave the birth year of 2002. Yeah. Thank you, Goddess. One second.
If you're like me, more than just your top half stinks.
One
so
second.
I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant on my most sensitive areas.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With all the money I saved, thought I'd buy stilts.
Did say he was 54 years old.
Now, Barry says that he is in university and he doesn't have a job, but some of those girls remember that he had once said he was like an insurance broker or something.
Barry is a very unusual man, to say at the least. Now, the next clip that you're going to see, it's going to be Barry saying that he would go for a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, and even a 12-year-old. Now, I don't need to stress this stuff enough. If you see this guy on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or any other app out there, do not entertain him at all. Do not talk to him at all. There is no need to. He will continuously get banned on accounts and then just make more and more accounts. It's like a never-ending wave of attacks. Just don't talk to him and don't interact with him. Also, if you have any video ideas for me or people I should look into or people that you think should be exposed on the platform that they have, feel free to send them to me via Instagram. My Instagram on the screen. Go ahead and just send me a DM about that person. I will look into him.
Tap, tap, tap.
Girls that like 16-year-olds or something?
Yes.
Like 16-year-old girls?
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like, oh, what about 12? What about 12?
Yes.
What? Younger woman? Like 18 or younger? Or
I was thinking it's
older?
mine.
Younger.
Sorry?
Younger.
Gotcha. How old are you?
54.
50.
Now, this person and this case altogether just...
So, given he's kind of the talk of the day with a couple people, I wanted to come live with what I know and what I have. And I'm happy to play it again. If you know anyone who needs to be here, Barry5253, if you look him up, if you have teens, I just suggest you moderate them in some way and go in and block him from the accounts. But also, like, this is a really good reminder because teenagers on the app shouldn't be able to get up in lives, I don't believe, if they're actually on an account that is properly set up for under 18. I think it's important to just ask your teens if they've made like an account that allows them to go live or anything like that, because it is a concern. And if they stumble upon guys like this, they might think they're playing around. I will tell you, on one of the lives that we watched when he was on, he was getting pictures sent to him from the girls. And one of the girls kept saying, Barry, describe what you're doing or you're seeing. Barry, what's in the picture? What's in the picture? And he would kind of act like he was uneasy about describing it, like it would get him in trouble or something. No, I'm not going to say what was in those photos because I don't know. But there were definitely some interactions where some questions and concerns were raised because obviously they're sending him photos, they're asking him to describe them, and he seems very hesitant to do that. Once I had gone up in his box and asked those ladies' ages, people kind of were starting to go in there and, you know, say, they're not 18, they sound like teens, you need to check on this, blah, blah, blah. He did go to Instagram. He's also on Instagram, and I can't remember his IG name off the top of my head. All of those girls that were up in the live with him followed him over there. They've talked to him about playing Roblox. They've talked about playing some other game with him too. That's like a doll game or something. And they constantly ask him, are we still your basement princesses, or are we still your basement kittens? And he is constantly saying yes. So like, he refers to them as basement kittens, basement princesses, and yeah, and he blocks anybody saying that these girls are underage. He, again, I played the video, I can play it again. He admits that he's into girls under 18 years old.
Deal with some rather wacky things here today. Now, Barry is a very unusual man, to say at the least. Now, the next clip that you're going to see, it's going to be Barry saying that he would go for a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, and even a 12-year-old. Now, I don't need to stress this stuff enough. If you see this guy on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or any other app out there, do not entertain him at all. Do not talk to him at all. There is no need to. He will continuously... Is for me, or people I should look into, or people that you think should be exposed on the platform that they have, feel free to send them to me via Instagram. My Instagram on the screen. Go ahead and just send me a DM about that person. I will look into him.
Girls that like 16-year-olds or something?
Yes.
like 16-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like, well, what about 12? What about 12?
Yes.
What? Younger woman, like 18 or younger, or older?
Younger.
Sorry?
Younger.
Gotcha. How old are you?
54.
50.
Now, this person and this case altogether just
So
gets downright
he
more and more
has
creepy.
self-admitted to being into younger girls. Yeah, he was ran off the app last year. He has a past of burning churches. I've not been able to find anything on his background for things that are of the other nature. So that doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It just could mean he hasn't been caught or he hasn't done anything, but he does interact with minors on the app. And as I've said before, there are schools in England or the UK that have had to do like awareness meetings with students about him because he does target girls from the UK and Australia. And he has a very, very young following. I, on occasion, have been in his chat and will click on some of the profiles, and self-admittedly, people in his chat have their ages in their 16, 15, like a lot of underage minors have been found in his chat. And he has girls that come up in his box and they do not sound as if they are as old as they're claiming. One, for instance, claims she was 32. One claims she was 26. But they did not sound as if their ages aligned with the range of their voices. I am looking for something real quick.
Why?
Do you know the song?
I'm not familiar with it.
Alright,
So this is one of his lives.
am I your beautiful basement princess?
Yes, absolutely. Definitely.
Dale, if you're in this live, comment on the fucking live, stop messaging me.
No, they really shouldn't.
Alright, are you an alpha or a sigma?
The girls are 100% playing with him, like trying to tease him or whatever. If they are underage, they don't understand the gravity of the situation. And to say they need to be looked into is victim shaming, and that's not okay.
I'm not even sure. Probably a Sigma.
Yeah, sorry. Yes,
Yes, Sigma.
Yes, sorry, man.
I'm the alpha, though.
Kaden, no. Sorry, are you dating Kaden? Are you and Kaden together?
No, I'm not even sure who that is.
Alright, how do you feel about Gypsy Rose?
Yeah,
I
and
don't
these
really have an opinion on that person, but
these are the girls that said they're like 26, 32,
Really? Oh, yeah.
things like that.
I don't like being
yeah,
alone.
it's not.
I think it's disgusting. Can we block the D person?
Yeah,
It's just not okay.
Yeah, I'll
They're
message
blaming
it.
the girls. It's
I'll
weird.
message it to you. Yeah, you can message me and then I'll message
Like,
it
I
to
just
you.
want them out.
Yes,
Their
yes, me
comments are
too.
inappropriate.
Can we all have your?
Thank you.
Can you put it in the comments?
Yeah, put in the comments.
You can just message me privately and then I'll message it back to you.
Barry, you disappeared last time. You disappeared from my Snapchat.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Where'd you
my brother had called me on the phone, so I had to leave fast to answer his call.
No,
I'm sorry.
not the live. Your Snapchat disappeared.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Barry.
So
That's
here
'cause I
they're
have a new
discussing
account.
his Snapchat
Barry.
and getting a Snapchat. Which I would like to indicate, if you don't have the location turned off, will give away where you're at, potentially.
Barry,
Yes.
right. I want you to explain something to me, right?
Yes.
You tell me exactly why you eat one egg every single day, Barry.
I just eat an egg a day because, like, they're healthy and they...
Hey, that's so nice. I love you, Barry. I love you so
Thank
much.
you. Thanks.
Say
I love you.
that, Barry.
I love you too.
Oh my god, Barry loves me. Guys, this is the best day of my life. Can we get married, please, Barry? Okay,
You know,
better.
if we get to know each other better, possibly.
Guys, Barry
Yes,
might
Barry. I'll
do
invite you to the wedding.
Beetlejuice.
We can invite everybody, guys.
Are you all so fit?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
I love watching your videos. Please don't drop kick your maths teacher, Caden. Yes, but yes, of course. Louisa, Barry.
Barry.
I can forgive it.
Okay, let's do dance to put me on there.
Yeah, I can send you a photo.
Okay, I will, Barry.
So the girls send him photos, and he puts them up on his wall.
You need to add me on Snapchat so I can send you a picture and you can put on your wall.
Okay, just message me on TikTok and then
I did.
Okay, I'll send it to you shortly. I'll send it shortly.
Okay, you gotta make sure you add me back.
Okay.
Barry, can we see what's on your desk?
Yeah, can we see that?
It's just like, I've got like,
Barry, let's see the little thing.
What happened to the rose?
I'm not sure what happened to it. I'm not sure.
What's in the door?
But I got like a clock and like speakers and a mouse and a keyboard and a monitor and a webcam.
Why is it Barry?
Literally just
Can we see your search history? Can we see your search history, Barry?
No, I don't. No, I don't show that because that's personal.
Sorry, Barry. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Barry.
Yeah.
Barry, why are you holding your bed up with books?
Huh? What?
Look at what's that? Go to your bed. Why are you holding your bed up with books?
Go on, Barry.
Oh, it's just like it to make it higher. I like it high.
I get you, Mom.
The differentiation in color between under the mattress and the other part of the floor is insane.
Oh, that's good.
I try to keep clean.
Yeah, you are very clean, Barry.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Can we please see your search history, though?
No, I don't show that. That's
That's
personal.
Yeah,
personal.
that's personal.
Barry,
Can we see your face
He
now,
won't
Barry?
show
We
his
miss
search
you.
history.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it.
We'll turn on, Barry.
Which I wouldn't either, but I'm also not a
you
creepy
search for the song, and I want you
old
to sing it.
man pretending to
I'll
be
consider it.
what he
Please,
is.
you search for the song, and I want you to sing it.
Who's it? Good morning.
Consider it.
Please, you search for the song, and I want you to sing it.
I can't.
Please. Please.
I hear you. I hear you.
Holly.
Girl, why did you do that, Barry?
Barry, do you like the Joker movie?
Snap. I want you snap. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want you
yeah,
snap.
Yeah, I'll message you.
Oh, that's when they were
I'll
discussing the
message it to you.
Snapchat stuff.
Yeah,
So, it's one of the videos I've been able to get of him where he's interacting with the girls. And one of the things that I want to point out is usually, like, I always kind of say, listen, I grew up when, like, AOL was a thing, and we would all go into the AIM chat rooms and pretend to be older than we were. And we'd always get the whole thing, you know, the internet is dangerous. You don't know who you're talking to. But I think it's even more dangerous now, because if you send someone a link and they click on it, you can have it track their info and find out personal information. And if a teenager who's messing with someone doesn't know that, it's worrisome, because hearing these girls, like, they sound like they're just kind of trolling him, and they're just playing, but, like, the wrong person is going to end up, I'm afraid, at one of their homes or something. And they have, like I said it before, they have had, like, meetings with students about this man in, like, England, and he's interested predominantly in foreign girls. It sounds like people from, like, the UK and Australia. So I think it's really important people know he's back on the app. And even if he isn't here, he is also on Instagram. And he does communicate with the girls on Instagram as well, too. He's discussed playing Roblox with them. He also has 2 baby dolls that I believe the girls may have sent to him. And they always call them, like, their babies. And yeah. Calling the girls basement princesses, though, is really weird. And yeah, he's on IG. So when he gets, like, kind of nervous on TikTok, I've noticed, like, when we freaked him out the one night and he wasn't really comfortable over here, he went to IG. Now, something telling for me, he won't let men or guys up into the box. Like, not even underage boys are allowed to come up and talk to him. He only wants women or girls. And they all sound very young. And when there's suspicion and people are like, oh my gosh, they sound young, he gets nervous about who he's letting up. And so the girls will say something like, oh, will you let this person up? And he's like, well, I'll think about it. And they'll keep pushing it every few minutes, but he won't let that person up because he's already got his you know, like, his paranoia is heightened. Sorry, I'm, like, all over the place. And it appears as if he doesn't know who they are. He doesn't want them up there because he doesn't know if he can trust that individual. And that seems to have gotten a little bit more predominant after he let me up in a box one time. And I said, ladies, what's your date of birth? And they had been saying they were 18 earlier. Well, suddenly one of them was born in 2002. And he kicked me as that one was answering it. Now, that girl came back and said after that, she said, well, I'm 26. And the other girl said she was 32. They don't sound over 18, number one. But 2002 and being 26 years old does not add up. So they can't, yeah, I don't have it literally, I was up there for 2 seconds. I said, ladies, what age are you? And she said 2002. Or what's your date of birth? And she said 2002. And yeah, it's really creepy. And he interacts with the girls. He brings up, like, playing Roblox with them. There's another game. It's like a doll-based game, I think, online. Someone said it's like a team game. He talks about playing that with them. He has discussed Snapchat with the girls, and he does get photos from at least 2 of them. Now, I don't know if they're sending him actual photos of themselves. I don't know if they're emailing them, Snapchatting them, what they're doing. But like I said, on a live one time, he did get photos from one of the girls, and the one that was up with him in the box at that time asked him to describe what was in the photograph and what he was looking for or looking at. And he very much kind of, like, was very uncomfortable even considering discussing it. And for me, that just feels like a very big red flag, because if the photo's innocent enough, like, oh, it's, you know, Emma standing by a tree, that's not, like, it just feels like the girls are kind of at times trying to set him up for shit, and he doesn't go along with it, but he also keeps them around. Yes, he has been kicked off of TikTok before, so he's back. He's got about 12,000 something followers, and no, Jay's girl, I don't, but it's seriously, it's okay. Like, I promise you, I've had a really good week, and it was just a great birthday to get to spend with you guys. Now, the concern is he has a criminal history to an extent. He has problems with arson. Everything I've been able to find, I'm not finding anything on being on a list that wouldn't allow him within so many feet of a school or public park. There actually is a video of him, and I have done several videos on Barry myself where he is in a park.
Ooh, I'm at the playground. I wonder what I'm gonna do here.
It's absolutely insane to me. So, I can go to his page. I can play the main videos from his page, but I do have that video on mine, and I also have 3 videos total of him. I have read the comments, I promise you. I have gone through people's profiles on his page and in his lives, and they definitely are young. There are young individuals in his chat. So, I mean, like, the man just makes the weirdest videos of himself. Let me see if I can find...
Ooh, I'm at the playground. I wonder what I'm gonna do here.
So that's the whole video of what I showed on my page. Thank you. What I can tell you, disturbing things like this, considering he's got minors watching him. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you. He's constantly videoing him. The photos on the wall, there is definitely something with the girls in them, because they do ask him to put, he'll add photos to it. He has photos of himself, he has photos of girls. It's weird. I have been told that he says he is not, like, on the spectrum, just so everybody knows, because I know that question usually does get raised. I'm gonna find a couple more videos. Hold on. So, I mean, which, I'm not, like, shaming anyone directly. It's just based on his content and the fact that he interacts with minors. The things he's posting is just really weird, out there, outrageous. You know, what you do in your free time is your free time. But when you come on this app and you interact with minors, you gotta expect a lot of questions to be asked. There are times where people will send him things to read, and he reads them.
Adrenaline in my soul, every thought out of control. Do it all to get them off their feet.
So this one he's singing, I think. Let's see if I can find one of the letters.
He must be in some mess to be holding up in a filthy garage with a cheese and pickle sandwich. Cheese and pickle sandwich. Cheese and pickle. Pickle, take a bite. Take a bite. Basic cheese and pickle. Pickle, take a bite. Basic. He must be.
Like, nothing really makes a lot of sense. But he's just... I know that you are fan of my ride. My baby, you my little spider. You my little step, but you're not a fighter. I know that you are fan of my ride. Again, he seems to have a thing for girls from, you know, who are British or Australian. I believe one of them said she was from New Zealand at one point. This video he posted 4 days ago. Thank you, Nova. Yeah. So, again, there is video of him where he has admitted, like, someone asked him, are you interested in girls who are 16? And he says, yes. 14, yes. 12, yes. And then the person said, you know, ask him again, you know, are you interested in girls over or under 18? And he says, under. He hasn't, from what I can find, been convicted of anything related to what that would imply, but he's not a good individual. Yeah, and even if there is a disability, it still doesn't diminish the actions of the individual. No, I didn't, but I showed the video I have recorded where he shows his room, and all of those photos are in plain view. And if you missed it, I can show you too. Where he does the room tour.
Yeah, that's because I had switched the camera.
I
just got my computer.
Yes, set up eats.
I got it.
Oh my gosh. I wish my room looked like that. I wish my room looked like that.
What are those on the chair, boy? What are those on the chair?
Perfect.
Go back to the chair.
You shut yourself in the chair.
Baby dolls. Baby. Oh no.
Why are there baby dolls in the chair?
I got it.
Alright, go back to the chair. Go back to the chair, boy.
Let's see them. Oh.
What's on the photos on the wall?
What are
Oh,
the
they're just
photos?
photos of different people.
Can you put my face on there?
Yeah, sure. I can send you.
Okay. Screen DMs to put me on there.
Yeah, I can send you a photo.
Okay, I will, Barry.
Barry,
Yes.
can you need to add me on Snapchat so I can send you a picture and you can put on your wall.
Okay, just message me on TikTok and then
I did.
Okay, I'll send it to you shortly. I'll send it shortly.
Okay, guys, so you add me
I don't
back.
believe he has children or has been married. He looks like he has lived in this one room for probably 20 years, but don't quote me on that.
I'm not sure what happened to it. I'm not sure.
Now, at one point, the girls said something about him being an insurance adjuster or something. I don't know. But they thought he worked in insurance, and he came back and said, no, I'm in university, which I do think kind of lends towards his, inclination towards individuals from like England, Australia, New Zealand. Because I don't know, I just usually hear college. I guess maybe it's a regional thing, but him calling it university feels a little bit more British. And yes, definitely a UK kink. Actually, I know of it. There's at least a school in London that has had to do like awareness meetings with students on him. He has a history of being active with fire, and everything he does just, yeah, gives groomer vibes. And so if you have a child on TikTok, Instagram, Barry5253, look him up, block him from their pages, and honestly, just make sure they know why it's not safe to interact with people like this, because I know he's playing Roblox with them. He is getting photos from them. He interacts with them on Snapchat. The babies, I guess, are something where like some of the girls pretend they're baby and his, and it's just fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Let's just be honest. But he's not a good person. I don't care what you say. The fact that people come into his chat and say, those sound like minor girls, you need to drop them, they don't sound like they're 18 years old, and you get blocked from his chat, says a lot to me. He won't try to justify, oh no, they're over 18, oh no, I know they're over 18. He also appears to try to, at times, make people believe almost that he's in his 20s or younger than 50 something, because when he talks about going to university, he almost tries to make it sound like he like he's trying to be younger or appeal to them, because like, you know, that makes him sound younger. It's really fucking weird. He's admitted before, a year or two ago, he's definitely in his 50s. But again, with the girls, he seems to attempt to kind of act a little bit more in line with someone they might want to be with if they were into like a little bit of an older guy. Not necessarily that big of an age jump, you know, but it's just fucking weird all around. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna follow you too, so that way yeah, when like women come into the live, if they point out they're underage minors, they definitely get blocked out of there. Now, I got blocked out of there for asking the girls their date of birth. They essentially couldn't really answer it, and they gave ages that would not have aligned with the year they were giving. Yeah, so he's in his 50s, and it's just, and I don't know what the age of consent is in the UK, but I don't think there's been 12-year-olds in his live. There's individuals with their ages in their bio, and we're talking like 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so, and that's the thing is, like, at the very least, I can't even say best case scenario. At the very least, though, like, it's grooming. It's getting them acclimated. Okay, 16 years old in the UK. It just feels weird. You can tell they are definitely joking with him, like saying things like, oh, I want your room. But then on the back end, they're asking for his Snapchat and playing Roblox with him. And, you know, it's important for kids to understand you don't know how much info they can find on you and who might show up at your door one day. And what's weird is, like, the time, because he'll be on at, like, 4:30 in, like, New Zealand or London, and these young girls are up talking to him. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just asking what the age of consent in the UK is, because I think it varies everywhere. Yeah. So, since everyone was kind of talking about him today, I have a couple videos on him. I wanted to re-emphasize it because a few people did come in today and say he was being brought up, and I want everyone to just understand how bad he is. I mean, the man is on video admitting he's into girls under 18, and he definitely prefers UK girls. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard a girl up in his box that's American, except for like one maybe. And she had actually sounded older than 18. She did sound like she was a little bit more mature. His videos are off the wall, insane. Like, I don't even know how to describe them. They're just like, they're there. Yeah, so like he's usually on 10, 11 p.m. my time. So that would put about no, wait, not New Zealand. Sorry. Do you mean 2 a.m. in New Zealand? Yeah, so the like final message on it all is make sure you know who your children are interacting with, and explain to them why you're being hypervigilant with things, and explain to them why they need to be hypervigilant, because I don't think children understand that it's really easy to take a link, put it into like a system or like a browser, have it attach something so that when that kid clicks the link, that person has it connected so that it sends back their information. Snapchat is just a whole other thing, like sending photographs and thinking they aren't going to, they'll disappear. That's not a good way of thinking. And not just in relation to him, but everyone. I think it's important to have hard conversations in general as adults, and I think it's even more important to have harder conversations with minors in our lives, whether you're their mother or maybe a guardian or a father or an aunt or an uncle, and you speak with like an ability to make them feel as if they can talk to you about something they might be experiencing, because I feel like too, they might not recognize that like an awkward feeling or feeling as if something isn't right is something they should talk about. And also too, like sometimes it's really hard to go to parents, and I think it's important for, if you are an aunt or an uncle, they feel like they have someone they can trust and talk to and not feel ashamed. Yeah, what a real photo is and what's not, what's appropriate to send and what's not appropriate to send. Keeping photos to people you only know in real life and not sending them to someone who says they're 14 years old, but you've never seen them like face to face, because someone who says they're 14 and sends you a picture could be sending you a picture of any random 14-year-old and not really being truthful on how old they are. Again, it's like that innocence of being young. You want to believe that people aren't doing bad things to you, but kids need to understand just how bad the internet can be, because I think as much as we want to shield children from people like this, there is an extent where they need to understand they're dangerous, so that when they might come across someone like that, they know to keep moving on. Because he's not putting his lives on 18 plus, I would guarantee you. I believe the last time he went live, I tried to like see if I could request him, and it said our viewers weren't matched, which usually means I'm 18 plus and they're not. If you're in the UK, New Zealand, Australia, those seem to be where the girls primarily reside in. So, or if you have friends or family in those areas, just kind of let them know, like, hey, beware, this man is, you know, he's definitely got a fetish for young girls who come from the UK. Like I said, I've heard one say she's from New Zealand. Australia is the other one. He was gone. He's back. And even if he's not on this app, he's on Instagram. He also plays Roblox with the girls. And like I said earlier, he's very cautious. He does not let boys or men up into his boxes. He does not want mature females in his boxes. He wants girls that sound like young girls. So he's definitely got a type. And I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that, because I know there have been a few lives today on him. I have videos on my main page, or on this page. If you go and watch them, you'll be able to kind of get a glimpse of him and understand. And he has a Facebook page, but I don't think he's active on it, so don't quote me on that. But the IG and the TikToks are big. He also is known to have a Discord. I don't do Discord. I'm not the kind of person to play to people's faces. I did make a fake account and ask if I could be added to the Discord. He said okay, but then he blocked me. And I tried to pretend I was friends with one of the girls. So maybe that didn't work in my benefit. Maybe that he asked questions. I don't know. But he is alleged to have a Discord that does involve underage minors. He's on YouTube also. Yeah, he's everywhere. All right. I'm going to shut down for a minute, so that way this saves and I can upload it to YouTube, and I will be back in a few minutes, you guys. So, everyone, don't go far. I will be back, but I'm going to shut down for a second.